It's been 4 days since that sinkhole developed, and families still haven't been allowed back into their homes.
Work continues around the clock, in fact, but there was a setback this morning as crews hit a gas line. They did repair that a few hours later. The power had to be cut to a nearby senior center in the meantime.
The sinkhole is believed to have been caused by the collapse of a sewer line, but 22 families have been evacuated. At least 3 of the homes are considered unsafe.
So the question tonight, who's responsible and who is going to pay for all of this damage? Nick Monticelli live tonight in Fraser. Nick?
Devin, good evening to you. Those answers, or those questions, I should say, now have some answers. This is all owned by something called the Macomb Interceptor Drainage District. It's a conglomeration of 11 communities, and that entity will be on the hook for all of this. You can see behind me, that is the home that they believe is going to collapse, or at the very least will have to be destroyed because of all of this damage. All of this happening. In the meantime, the number of those affected by all of this continues to grow.
So everybody's sitting inside here trying to keep warm and talk to each other with flashlights.
The problems associated with this collapse go much further than 15 Mile. Across the street, this senior apartment complex lost power for 7 hours on Christmas Eve, and again for 6 hours today.
We do have neighbors with health issues.
Other problems include the sewage now dumped into the Clinton River that will have to be cleaned. And what about inspections? We have learned the sewer line in question was built by the city of Detroit in the 70s and bought by the Macomb Interceptor Drainage District in 2009. But that is the last time it was inspected.
But I do know that we've had 2 breaks here already. Why would we not inspect it much more often?
The big question is, where is the leader of the Macomb County Public Works Commission? Anthony Morocco still has a few days left on the job, but he is not here.
He was defeated in the November election. He is at his condominium in Florida.
We are told Morocco has been on the phone regarding this mess, and William Misterovich, the deputy, is running the show. But he retires in 2 days. Candace Miller will take over next week. So should we be concerned about a changing of the guard in the middle of an emergency?
It is a matter of concern, yes. But our engineering staff and Tom Stockel, and he has people under him, they will remain on the job.
And I suppose that is the good news in all of this, that the ground level workers will still remain here. Now, the question about who owns this, who's responsible, and where the liability will fall is a big one, because homeowners insurance policies usually will not cover something like this. So you better bet there will be some compensation sought after all of this is played out. Now, as far as these 3 families that can't get back in for the next 10 months, they're out of luck for a while. Those 19 other families, they will be able to get back in the next 2 weeks, because crews will be placing temporary roads behind this road, actually through the back of that senior center, one of them anyway, temporary gravel roads, just so they are able to get back to their houses. We're live here in Fraser. Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Now, Nick, on yesterday we had an opportunity to talk to the mayor and the acting mayor. We asked some questions in particular about cost. They weren't really sure. They said it was too early to really tell. Are there any clearer answers today about how much all of this is going to cost?
Not necessarily a clear answer, but at least a comparison. The sinkhole that happened here in 2004 cost $55 million. And when I asked Public Works today how this compares to that one, they said this is an extensive and larger issue, so it could cost even more than that.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, Nick, we appreciate it.